welcome to this session on whether you should be looking for a job or whether you should start your own business in sports. So I have with me, my name is Abhijit Daphade, and I'm into the sports management education field for a number of years now, having contributed to the development of sports management programs and their development in Mumbai, as well as in the rest of the country, having associated with few initiatives, and one of the initiatives that we will talk today. With me is Mr. Jitendra Joshi, a sports industry veteran, a leader especially in the grassroots development, who founded the well-known Sports Consult and EduSports, two brands collectively called as Sports Village. So he was the co-founder and huge amount of work at grassroots development. So today both of us have come together to take you through some of the aspects of the industry, the structure of the industry, the nature, the challenges of the industry, therefore what kinds of jobs and entrepreneurial opportunities exist. That's what we would like to focus our discussion, our talks with you. Okay, the way we are going to do this is Jitu sir will take you through a 10 to 12 minute of presentation to give you a basic context of where and what things are at the moment. Thereafter, you can raise your hand while we are discussing different topics between both of us. You can raise your hand, you can put a question on chat, and we can take it up. Okay, so 10 to 12 minutes of first little bit of information, Gyan, and then we'll make it as interactive as possible. Okay, Jitu sir, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Abhijit. Thanks for your kind introduction, and it's a pleasure to be with you. Since you have been in touch with students for more than a decade, worked with them and helped them land up in sports industry for a very long time. I'm sure students will benefit from that today. So starting up, I will, like Abhijit mentioned, I'll just walk you through a few slides that I've made around the area of jobs and entrepreneurship, what the industry is all about, what are the kind of opportunities we are talking about, what are the kind of companies and roles, and then we get into the discussion. So jumping right in, sports opportunities and sports entrepreneurship. What we will quickly talk about is how does the sports growth in India look like over next 10 to 15 years, nature of the sports industry, therefore what are the kind of startups and opportunities from jobs and freelancing perspective, what are the kind of skill sets required and mindset required. I'll just walk you through this very quickly. First point is we have already seen a phenomenal growth of sports industry in India. We have seen so many leagues springing up, so many, even the amateur sports, so many marathons in every city now. The consumption of sports on mobile television has been phenomenal, and over the last decade or so, more so. And the inflection point obviously was IPL, which led to the springing up of other leagues as well. And also, therefore, with this kind of growth, the opportunities, and it is likely to grow with the same pace over next 10 to 15 years. We will see a lot of penetration in the cities across India. And also, as the economy grows and as the disposable income increases and the middle class in India grows, that will give a fillip to the growth of sports in India. Just to give you a sense, today, sports sector contributes about 0.1% to the national GDP, to India's GDP. typically in developed countries, this percentage is about 3%. So the room for improvement or room for contribution is so huge. It makes it very clear that India is poised to have a phenomenal growth in sports, and this headroom itself is a great indicator of that. So therefore, what does that mean? Growth in overall sports means that there will be a lot more opportunities, a lot more problems to be solved, a lot more projects and events to be handled. And therefore, who will handle it? Who will make this growth happen? This growth will be done through entrepreneurs, and the projects will be managed by managers and operation executives. So this is the opportunity we are talking about, and we need professionals, smart people to be in the sports industry, create startups which solves the problems that the sports industry is facing, and also smart people who can handle these large-scale projects for sports management. That's the kind of growth and therefore the opportunities we are looking at. Also, an interesting point about sports industry is that it is extremely fragmented. What I mean by fragmented is that unlike let's say a car industry or a car travel industry where most of the businesses taken up by Ola or Uber, that is not the case when it comes to sports industry. It's very fragmented. That means many companies, many startups, many events are going to take place, and therefore a lot of opportunities for startups to create small businesses. That is the great opportunity that the sports industry will offer. And the nature of sports industry is such that the work is sometimes only 3 months, sometimes only a month. If it is IPL, then it is 4 months. So a lot of jobs are around freelancing, right? So it is a great thing for a lot of people. Some people wanted full-time job. So they're very entrepreneurial in nature. And since we have a lot of young, 20 to 30 is a great time to take ridiculous risks in your life, because you can try to take up a lot of things and figure out what you want to do in life, and the best time to do that is from age 20 to 30. So please do that. Just to give you a sense of companies and jobs that are involved, very quick overview. There are sports management companies like IMG Reliance, Sports Consult, academies. A lot of companies are focused on academies like JSW. Companies focused only on event management, sports event management, which are helping to deliver sports programs in schools like EduSports, the Sports Gurukul. Then there is a lot of sports tours, right?
Why is this breakup, sir?
Sports teams
Hello.
that offer a lot of jobs. Hello?
Sir, your voice is break.
Jitu, I
Voice is
think
breaking.
there is a network issue at your end, but I think we can hear you now. Continue. If it is more continuous, then I'll
Okay, sorry about that.
give you a cue. Yeah.
Okay. Are you able to hear me now?
Go ahead, Jitu.
Are you able to hear me now?
Yeah, Jitu, everybody can hear you.
Okay, great. Yeah, then there are leagues that are offering a lot of jobs, franchisees. While a franchise would typically have about 4 to 5 full-time employees, but when it comes to IPL time, they recruit anywhere close to 200 to 300 people, as freelancers, volunteers, part-time jobs, key roles. So a lot of opportunities there. Even companies like Nike, Adidas, who are products or in the role of sponsorships, they want people who can handle their programs. A lot of lot of students have went on to get into companies like Red Bull, who do a lot of sports marketing. Television companies like Star Sports offers a lot of jobs. Then there are companies around celebrity management like Quan, PMG, sports TV production companies, sponsorship companies like Group M, sports marketing companies, on-ground branding companies. So the picture I'm painting is that when we think of sports management, it is not just few top that come to our minds like IPL and marathons, but there are a lot more areas in which the jobs are being offered, careers can be made across a large segments, and whatever suits you, you could choose within the sports domain itself. Then there are talent development companies like OGQ. Government is across India is hiring. Just to give you a sense, some of the people who work with us have now joined government because it offers a very high quality job working with athletes directly, if that is something that interests you. Federations, venue management, even NGOs like Magic Bus do a lot of sports programs, and they look for full-time people who can help them with those programs. Therefore, a lot of great opportunities across various segments. Quickly on the skills and the mindset, being passionate, just few myths that I wanted to clarify. Just being passionate about its sports is not enough for a sports management career. Of course, passion for sports is important, but that in itself is not enough. You need to increase the breadth of the skills that you would like to have. Again, playing sport is fantastic, and that is crucial because you will be working with sports. Therefore, understanding of the sports will be there, but that in itself is not enough. Again, you will be working in the backdrop. One of the things that I come across a lot is that they think that students believe that one will be able to have a lot of time working your ass off, making sure that the event is working well. Opportunities in sports is limited. That is not true. There are lots and lots of opportunities, especially in the next decade or so. There will be phenomenal amount of opportunity there. Career in management is designed for boys and not for girls. Again, not true. A lot of girls and women in my company are doing really, really well. Lot of projects and delivering fantastically. So therefore, just a quick one. Like I mentioned, the sports industry is fragmented, and therefore a lot of problems. And each problem that gets solved, there is an opportunity to create a startup, right? Entrepreneurs love a small business around it. And also, like I mentioned, a lot of opportunities are going to be in the form of and marketing oneself as a freelancer is going to be crucial, right? I'm just going to quickly show you a few skills that are we found, based on my 18 years of work ex in this space. What are the kind of fundamental skills that can be developed while you working before you land up with this job? Also, it's an important one. Passion for sports obviously works well. Understanding of the sports event, people skills. These are the list of skills. You can take a screenshot of this, but these are the fundamental skills that can be developed regardless of where you are. It could be in college. You could figure out how to develop these skills, but these are the skills that most of the recruiters would be looking at. Apart from your academic success, not success, whatever, but these are the skills. If you are able to articulate well and show, you would be valued in gold. Yeah? what is entrepreneurial mindset? Entrepreneurial mindset is about ability to take risk, be absolutely comfortable with that, not being afraid of failure, ability to face fear, extremely focused and goal oriented. These are, again, please take a screenshot if you want to, but these are the skills, mindset that an entrepreneur possesses and helps in their endeavor. Again, these are something not necessarily inborn. This can be developed, and you can find ways to develop this mindset before venturing and into a
Jitu, I think we've lost you. And I think we lost you for 5 seconds, Jitu. Can you hear me? Jitu, we lost you for last 5-10 seconds. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay. Could you please repeat what you said in the last 10 seconds, and then we'll
Okay.
continue with our discussion.
Sure. Yeah. So I was just saying that if you are in college, we can practice it and develop that mindset. Yep, that's what it is.
Okay. All right. So basically, if I have to quickly, to those who join slightly later, and maybe some of you couldn't see Jitu's screen. So if I have to sum up quickly in 2 minutes, guys, first of all, let's understand that the way sports has emerged, and particularly when Jitu mentioned that there was a point in 2007 with the launch of IPL.
जोर से बोलो.
Well, the whole message of Jor Se Bolo was, the intention was good, but the manner in which it was put, I felt like I am at VT station and some vendor trying to grab my attention for the last toy that he wants to sell. All right. Guys, I think I am pretty audible, right? To rest of you, can you raise your hand or give me a thumbs up?
It's clear, right, Abhijit?
Oh, great. All right. So, as Jitu was mentioning to you, that from IPL, the commercialization of sports started. And the fragmented nature is because if you look at beyond, most of us tend to paint a picture what is seen. Now, what is seen mostly, which is marketed to us? What is marketed to us? The leagues. And of course, after IPL, there are 13 major leagues. Some leagues are struggling or are facing challenges because of COVID. But other than this, one also has to take into account the other developments that has happened, because slowly, sports is not only being watched or seen at home, but it is also started to get consumed as a service. Now, what do we mean that when it is consumed as a service? All of us are consuming sports media, digital. We are fans. All of us are also into our own exercising, amateur sports, club level sports, professional sports, etc. All of us are also participating in marathons. The young parents are also letting their children go in different academies, right from their society to bigger clubs and competitive sports. Parents are also open today to allow the child to explore sports also as a career. Now, these are aspects that are making the whole field bigger. But are these things like a corporate, like he mentioned some time back, let's say we're talking about an automobile industry or a pharmaceutical industry or a IT industry? No. Sports is still an emerging industry, number one. number two, the nature of sports is highly event driven. Therefore, what happens is 500,000, 5,000 people come together for a few months. Again, go separate out and again come back at a larger scale. At a middle or a smaller scale, we have seen that lot of opportunities, therefore, throughout the year of retail, of organizing small events, of even delivering local media broadcast. So these are some of the things that we will definitely we wanted to share with you at the outset. But how many of you, if I have to ask you, how many of you, one, are looking for a career in sports management? If you can put yourself on chat, say yes, thinking about it, not sure, want to know more. And how many of you, if you are looking for a career in sports management, then how many of you are wanting to go for a job, or you are open to a startup and understanding today what startup opportunities are there? Avirup says job. Moksh says want to know more. Sheetal says she's thinking about it. Namrata, I want a career in sports. Excellent. And then we have Amit, I'm running a football club. Oh, excellent, Amit. Definitely, yes. People like you are required more and more in every corner of the country. Mayuresh, first job and then a startup. Okay, he wants to take experience and then move on. Excellent. Firstly, job, then maybe an entrepreneurship. Sonia. So, thank you so much. Gaurav says, I want to explore more before getting into the sports industry. Lovely, guys. So, like the nature of jobs, we just told you that from sports broadcasting companies to sports infrastructure companies to sports event companies to companies specializing in sports marketing and sponsorship to government to retail. All these types of companies are there. Where are jobs available? Yes, jobs are available. Over a period of time, will the number of jobs increase? Yes, over a period of time, the number of jobs will increase. But you have to understand that the nature of the industry is fragmented. That means this industry will always have 80% of the jobs as freelancing jobs and 20% of the jobs as full-time jobs. Now, does that mean that as a freelancer is part-time? Correct. So as a freelancer, does it mean that I will only get an opportunity for 2 to 3 months in a year? No. You are capable enough, or you can develop yourself enough. Some time back, when Jitu spoke about entrepreneurial mindset, the meaning behind entrepreneurial mindset is not everybody has to set up a startup and then become an Narayan Murthy or become a Byju's in sports. No. The idea here is, behind entrepreneurial mindset is that because 70 to 80% jobs are freelancing in nature, how can you make yourself a brand? How can you sell yourself? How can you develop your own interest-based specialization, interest-based skills that companies continue to hire you on different projects throughout the year? That is the whole idea behind having an entrepreneurial mindset. Of course, if you are interested in putting a startup together, if you are the person who wants to put up a merchandise company, by all means, take a franchise license of a merchandise or come up with your own idea. Yesterday we were in a session and I was saying that there is a student in Pune who takes, he goes through the current affairs of sports, and after going through the current affairs of sports, he converts them into memes. And his Facebook and YouTube channel has so many meme followers now that he will be able to monetize it soon. So there are dime a dozen opportunities. 60 million people in India follow and consume sports on everyday basis. That's the amount of vast opportunities available in sports media alone. So Amit has raised his hand. Amit, please go ahead and ask your question. Amit, you're on mute. Amit Bhagwani.
Yes, sir. So how to we get sponsor for a club?
Jitu, did you understand his question?
No, background
Can you
noise.
put it on chat, please?
Yeah,
Amit, put
wait a
your
minute.
question on chat. Right. By the time Amit puts his question on chat, can I move on? Somebody else had raised hand. Was it Namrata? How to deal with sponsors? Okay, Amit has a question on how to deal with sponsors. Okay, we'll quickly answer that. Amit, we are assuming that when you are asking this question, you are asking at a local level. Is that correct? Yes. Jitu, you want to take this up, please?
Yes, sure. So, Amit, I'm not sure what kind of event you're talking about, but broadly, the answer is the idea should be to focus on what is the value that, football club. So, what is the value that the sponsors will get? The first and foremost, you have to remember that the sponsor is not interested in football. They are not keen on football. They are keen on the people who your club has, the number of people your club reaches out, the number of fans that your club has. The sponsors are interested in your customers and your players, and the more people they are reaching through your club, that's their focus. And therefore, whatever sponsors you are talking to, you should be able to tell them that this is the profile. You should do your homework. Tell them what is the kind of profile of people you are able to reach out to. What is the benefit that the sponsors will get? That is the starting point. And if you are able to build a story around that, as to there are X number of people through my football club that we are reaching, your club, your brand, the sponsor is reaching out to these, can benefit from reaching out to this set of people. And that's where the sponsors will get interested in this, the conversation will start becoming meaningful. If you pitch it as saying that you should be supporting a great football club, that is not going to happen.
All right. Then there is a question that I have already answered, Hitesh. Does this satisfy you, or you still want to ask something? Hitesh Pawar. All right, Hitesh, I've answered. If you are hearing me, I'm going to quickly move on to Nikunj's question. Nikunj, how can we provide infrastructure facilities in many small cities? Excellent question. I will answer this, and maybe Jitu will definitely have something to add. There is no doubt that people want to play, and organized playing facilities are cropping up. While it is definitely in small cities, it's a challenge to put up infrastructure, maybe a 6-by-side football or a small cricket infrastructure, or a small indoor facility. It's not easy. However, if you can come up with innovative thoughts like joining hands with marriage halls, probably to provide some kind of badminton facility indoor, or talking it out with your local authorities to help with a small place where track and field activity can be done. And I am talking this out of experience and not out of thin air. I know somebody in Satara district of Maharashtra who has done this successfully for almost past 10 years. And not only in terms of leisure sports for local people, but producing athletes of national level in a place like Satara. So, another challenge there, or another opportunity there, is if you can organize small events and market the place, you can get year-round bookings. So these are some of the thoughts that I have, Nikunj, for you. Jitu, you want to?
One of the fastest way, and we have done this again, is I'm assuming you have a thought around solving the problem of sports infrastructure in small cities. The biggest challenge is going to be the land, and the way most of the sports companies like ours solve this problem is join hands with schools, because schools do have a lot of grounds and land, at least, if not well-developed sports facilities. Once the land is available, then there could be very multiple ways in which you can join hands with schools to use their land and facilities to create sports infrastructure, and then build a business model around that in terms of providing services, etc. That is the one way to create sports facilities in smaller cities.
All right. So moving on further, how to deal with sponsors? Moksh, want to start with part-time and then full-time? Great.
Mayuresh has asked, how difficult is it to be part of the management team in leagues like IPL? Well, straight up, it will be difficult in terms of being a part of the management team. But like Abhijit mentioned, the way to go is rise up there, take on the freelance opportunities that you will get. If you put your mind to it, you will get some opportunities to get into the leagues. Once you are able to demonstrate your skills there, then your chances of getting and being a part of the management team increases. Because if you are looking for a full-time job, experience is going to count a lot, because a lot of these management team in leagues, the full-time jobs are very small, and they are looking for it. But if you are able to demonstrate your skills and ability, why not? It is possible. Amit, the tips you shared with me, can I get the message to work?
I thought you were making notes, Amit. Okay, we'll try to put it on chat. If you have made notes, please put them on chat, and we'll try to add something to that. Komal, please, you've raised your hand. Please ask your question.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, I am a physiotherapist, final year student of physiotherapy, and I wish to do my master's in sports physio.
All right.
And I wanted to know the scope I actually have as a sports physio here in India.
All right. Okay.
The sports physios are in phenomenal demand, Komal. I can tell you that. The reason for that is, as the number of people want to get into the fitness and wellness space, which is what we are seeing tremendously growing. Not just the professional sports are seeking out physiotherapists, but also the amateur sports who are very keen and doing marathons and triathlons. They need physios to keep themselves fit and injury free. And if there is, for some reason there is an injury, to fix that. So in both the cases, because there is a growth in the amateur sports and also the professional sports now getting enough funding from a lot of places, the demand for the physiotherapist is growing, and I have personally seen that.
Also, one quick tip, Komal, where are you joining us from?
I am from Bhopal, sir.
Are you talking from Bhopal right now?
Yes, sir.
Excellent, great. Guys, also would like to know which other cities that you are joining us from. Please put it on chat. Would be curious to know. Also, if you can let us know, you're a working professional, you're a graduate, or you're in final year of graduation, please put it on chat for us. Komal, one quick tip is, since you're going to do your masters as well, and especially interested in sports, and Jitu very rightly mentioned about the wide scope of how people are looking for proper professional guidance, not only at the if they're looking for a career in athletics or any other game, but also while they are doing their amateur or general wellness and healthcare as a lifestyle. Now that I can suggest you is, very quickly, you should find local clubs and local groups where you can start offering your physiotherapy expertise, and this over a period of time will actually help you build your own local network in Bhopal and around. And Bhopal has quite a bit of a marathon culture as well.
Sir, to be very honest, I don't plan on staying in India. I want to do my masters not from India. And I'm a sports player myself, 2 different games, 1 nationals, 1 states. So, but then again, in India, I have a few of my colleagues or my seniors who are now working for the Patiala University. They studied there, they got their admissions to that, JNU, Abhinav Bindra Masters College, and all of these places. Along with me doing my masters in physio, I was planning to do something along the sides of sports management and that's the reason I'm here in the seminar in this session today.
Yes.
Just to know the way of making more money along with keeping my profession and passion intact.
So what I suggested to you was part of the sports management aspect, that how you can build skills on networking, how you can think kind of a entrepreneurial mindset. Only if you are going to think of doing sports physiotherapy at the highest level, and maybe OGQ, or since you mentioned Abhinav Bindra kind of activities, yes, but those opportunities will be limited at the highest professional level. But for you to, over a period of time, develop your own career path, it's better to start from grassroots or from the bottom of the pyramid and slowly rise above. And that networking bit is going to help you. Idea of doing a sports management course, excellent, because it is then going to give you a management and entrepreneurial perspective. One of the programs that we are associated with, the details are on the chat. Some of you might want to click on that or later on explore and see if this is something that you would like to pursue. That hopefully that answers your question, Komal. Quickly moving on to.
Thank you so much, sir.
Justin has asked, can I get some information on the internship opportunities on the management side of sports? Yes, internship opportunities definitely are there. If you're specifically asking during this course, will there be internship opportunities? Yes. In fact, we have the entire program has been built with the integrated internship opportunities. Abhijit, you want to just quickly give some insight into that?
Yeah, basically the integrated internship means that you will attend your business school, your sports management school here in the mornings, and in the afternoon you will be heading into an office. So the whole idea is that you learn and you immediately apply, and the planning of the internship is done in such a way that there is a pre-planned target for you in those 2 to 4 months of internship that will be offered to you in a particular company. By and large, we will try to match the company with your interest, with your strengths. We'll counsel you while you're doing the program. That's how the integrated internship program is designed at the GNIMS 1-year AICTE approved postgraduate program in sports management and entrepreneurship. To answer that question, and
we have Avirup asking, I'm heading to London. Great, congratulations. I would like to know what all learnings does sports management provide? Just quickly,
academics wise.
Sorry,
academics wise.
Yeah, academic wise. So yeah, just to quickly give you a picture, you will learn about various areas in what happens in a sports organization, which involves marketing, finance, operations, technology, analytics. These are the various areas that gets covered in the course, and you will be getting various tools and techniques in these classes of how to use that in the real world. So you will have Porter's 5 forces to analyze the strategy that happens in an organizations. That's just one example of a tool that you would learn, and similarly you would learn across the various subjects. Yeah, so hope that. Thank you Avru. Okay. We have one very good question from Mayuresh Kamane. Abhijit, I'll just read it out. I graduated this year, currently banker, but being a sports and fitness enthusiast, I want to switch my career to sports industry. So how should I proceed, and what are the ways for me to build a career in it? Okay, Mayuresh, very similar. My background also tech, worked in technology consulting, but wanted to do sports and started my own company. But that's one way. But there are other ways to do it. One simple way is you can do your post graduation. That's lots and lots of people do that. Choose an MBA or a sports management program to shift their careers. That will give them a solid academic base and a degree as well. A solid academic base to build on as a foundation for building a next career in sports. Other ways could be to take up smaller assignments, doable assignments based on your current skill set, to take on some early jobs, early freelancing opportunities, early part-time opportunities for in the space of sports, and then build slowly those skill sets to be able to navigate your career in that space. Hope that helps.
All right. So, Mayura, just a quick addition to what Jitu said. Since you have graduated, I'm assuming you are only a graduate and you are yet to do your post-graduation. A lot of students who graduate, join some organization, it's a good thing that you, first of all, it's a good thing that before thinking of your post-graduation, you are actually working and trying to take, experience of how a particular sector or an industry or generally going to office is, because many of us are fresh graduates and we have some picture of work life, and maybe once we start going on the field, we realize, okay, work life can be very different, and it starts opening up. It's nice again that you have realized that probably after going to the bank and returning in the evening, you thought that, okay, might be not so exciting getting into and trying to clear checks, but much better than to be in an open field or inside a gym or whatever your interest in sports is or fitness is. Definitely, as Jitu said, one of the ways people shift their careers is by first taking a qualification in that particular field, acquiring a qualification. You may also think of that, or maybe do a small gig or a part-time job, or alternatively, try to understand where your strength lies. If it is marketing, sales, operations, whatever that strength is and you enjoy doing, try to get a job in sports industry or some company with that function in mind. I'm going to grab a sip of water. Maybe you want to read out the next question.
Sure. Sally is asking, what is the average salary after doing MBA in sports management? Sally, the range is very huge, anywhere from 40,000 rupees per month to 1.5 lakh a month. That is a range that people are getting offered, depending on the background, the skill set that you're able to demonstrate. So these are the kind of salaries you can expect after post graduating from sports management program.
Okay, is there any question that are we missing? Sir, what is one of the biggest drawbacks of sports federations in an athlete's life that would be responsible for the development or loss of a talent in sports in today's time? Sonia, are you forcing us to comment on the politics of sports in India? Yes, there can be definitely, there are challenges. In my view, Jitu of course will have his view. In my view, definitely sports federations in India need to become more professional. They are becoming more professional. Having said that, they are hiring people like you and me to carry out now jobs of marketing their events, bringing in sponsors, developing grassroots level programs. For example, the Western India Football Association a few years back, there was a very senior footballer who would work at one point in time with Mahindra Group. Then he was invited to join the Western India Football Association, and I'm talking about Henry Menezes, and he phenomenally developed a grassroots level program from starting age 12, and then in various schools and various chapters of Western India football, and a lot of footballers got developed because of that at grassroots level. So yes, there are challenges, but things are changing, and because of those challenges, it does affect athletes' life. So that's my quick response to that. Are things changing? I'm optimistic as always. Things are changing definitely. Jitu, maybe you want to add something.
Nothing much to add. Things are looking up, and we are seeing some great things already happening at the top level.
Okay, all right. So maybe if any more question that Gaurav,
Sachin, what is the time period of this course? 1 year. Sachin.
1 year AICTE approved full-time postgraduate program in sports management and entrepreneurship.
Gaurav is asking, kindly share about the opportunities in sports analytics at grassroots level. What are the issues challenging related to the same? Currently at the grassroots level, sports analytics, few startups have made an attempt, and they are balancing it out by working or servicing for the professional sports companies as well. Because at this point in time, the funding there is not as much, and also the at the grassroots level, the money being is the biggest issue right now from an absolute sports analytics point of view. But if you are able to find a sponsor or people who are willing to pay for that, then there are opportunities that are springing up right now. Very few companies are doing at the grassroots level.
Having said that, at the business corporate level, if you're looking to the nutrition companies or if you're looking at corporates who have interest in sports, dietetics, nutrition, healthcare, then they are definitely wanting to have data analytics or people interested in data analytics with sports and healthcare as their interest. If that is something that you are looking for, the scope is increasing. On pure sports, as Jitu answered, challenges at grassroots level are there. Over a period of time, I think more clubs, more academies will also want to invest in analytics, even at grassroots level.
Correct. Okay. Is there any other question?
How could we join this industry, sir? Only through this course or other sources also available? Other sources also available, Sachin. Do a lot of networking, go on LinkedIn, connect with people, meet with them. Good guys who want to guide will always want to ask them politely, would you like to have a Zoom call, have a cup of coffee? I don't know, Sachin, where are you joining us from? Maybe in Mumbai, you can join us for a coffee sometime. We are going to organize a cup of coffee. Not necessarily you have to join the course. You are from Kalyan, Mumbai. So very soon we are going to have a cup of coffee with those interested in knowing more about this. And absolutely, you can join us. Absolutely, there is no this thing that you should join the course itself. Course is something that you should join only when you are very serious about it and you want to explore a career in this field. Sheetal, are there any degree courses of sports science and even want to know more about opportunity? There are degree programs in sports science, Sheetal. I think some of the colleges have started now to offer it under the aegis of Mumbai University. At Guru Nanak Institute of Management Studies, where we are associated with, at the moment we don't have any sports science program. But yes, there are a few sports science programs that are developing. I'm assuming, Sheetal, you are also from Mumbai? Sheetal, are you from Mumbai? Maybe you can put it in the chat. Namrata, this course that we are talking about is full-time, but the course is designed to be, as I said, we have the lectures, or we have workshops rather more than lectures. We have workshops in the first half, and the second half you go and join an organization working with that organization. So you make, of course, as a qualification, it is a full-time qualification, but work-wise also half of the day you will be offered the opportunity of gaining the important skills and the work experience that helps you launch your career for a long term in a better way. That's how the whole program is designed. I hope that answers, Namrata. Thank you. Avirup, we will be sharing offline. All right. Are there any degree? So, are there any more questions, people? Sonia, have there any benefits for athletes to get high-paying jobs in sports management? or anything inside the industry, even if they don't have a specific degree for it. Well, Harsha Bhogle did not have a degree in commentating. He is called as the voice of Indian cricket. He is in fact a management graduate from IIM Ahmedabad. All right. Many such examples can be taken of people not necessarily being athletes, not necessarily being qualified as sports managers, but have done well in that particular field. Yes, you can go ahead. If you have great interest, deep passion about a particular aspect and the skills, you need not be worried about what qualification you have in life. Then why do you need a qualification? Because most of us want to get trained. Most of us want to get oriented to certain things, develop ourselves, and then the qualification helps you like a gate pass or a platform to enter that particular field. But there are some people who are so deeply passionate that they simply practice that skill very hard. That doesn't mean, for example, Harsha Bhogle did not become a commentator immediately when he had a thought that I have a great voice, I have a great flair for communication, my GK is great, and therefore tomorrow onwards I'm going to appear on the mic. No, he had his share of struggle. He had to do 7 to 8 other part-time jobs, and then kept exploring, a career in commentary. So hopefully that kind of answers your question. Is this kind of group available? Please connect me. This is my contact number. So Sachin, this is unfortunately not a group, but happy that you want us to develop it as a community. Maybe once we develop a community kind of a group, we will let you know, and happy to make you part of that, Sachin. So I guess
any more questions anyone would like to ask? We are 5 minutes.
Sir, can we connect with you all on LinkedIn? Very, very happy to connect with you, Sonia. Figure me out, Abhijit Daphade and Jitendra Joshi. So this is me, and this is Jitu. Our LinkedIn, hopefully you have seen our faces now, so you will be able to recognize the LinkedIn profile. All right, guys. Before kind of we conclude, both of us would like to have a quick summary of what we feel. So those of you are wanting to explore a career in sports management, as we said to you, there are multiple aspects in sports management, from sports broadcasting to grassroots to retail to sports infrastructure to sports technology to sports analytics, sports physiotherapy, sports psychology, sports media, sports digital marketing. Depending on interest, you can definitely explore these functions or these types of jobs or these types of companies. Having said that, the nature of the industry is fragmented, the nature of the industry is evolving, and therefore not necessarily that all the jobs, all the opportunities will be available full-time. They may be part-time. As I said, 80% of the jobs are part-time, but part-time jobs means freelancing, and they are available throughout the year. So you have the flexibility of working throughout the year, at the same time keep doing your own things. Probably many people have started to do that in life. So that's how the nature of the sports industry is. On the other hand, because it is fragmented, there are a lot of opportunities available, right from having your own local broadcasting channel on a YouTube, for example, or your own sports events company, or at a very rural level, sports infrastructure, as somebody was asking some time back, to anything that you feel is a problem and you have a genuine solution to offer. So that's the message that we wanted to pass on to you today on a Sunday afternoon. Jitu, maybe you want to also give your concluding remarks.
Sure. very quick question. There is one question, last question that has slipped in. Yogesh says that his last year graduation complete, now working in Mumbai. I want to get into sports. I presume it's sports management, as Sonia asked you. So yes, you can get into sports management. There are multiple ways to do it. One is obviously you can get into a course like we are offering that helps you to build the skill sets necessary to get into a career in sports. It gives you an opportunity to do internships. It gives you an opportunity to understand what are the potential areas that are available to build a career in sports management. You will get an opportunity to work hands-on with few companies, and that will be a great starting point for you to get into sports. That's one way. Second, obviously, is take up smaller, talk to sports companies, offer them what you can offer, tell them what you can offer them in terms of skill sets, how you can add value to their company. Could be the second way to do it. Take up part-time jobs, freelancing jobs, and work your way up in terms of identifying the companies and delivering value there. So that's my response, Yogesh. Hope that helps. Broadly, overall, we have young, enthusiastic, very active audience today. Thank you very much for your participation. What I would suggest is, if a course like this offers you a very strong foundation in sports management, if you are inclined to build a career there, this could be a great step to do that. Otherwise, broadly, and also the unique thing is, it also gives you a lot of opportunities to build your entrepreneurial skills and mindset. If you are someone who wants to start your own company, own sports company in future, this could be a great starting point. And also, like I mentioned, there are going to be great number of opportunities, both in terms of creating your own startups and jobs as well. So the future for sports management is looking really bright, and great time to get into it. All the very best. Follow your heart.